What's going on, people? It's your girl D here with 8th house energy. 8th house energy. I want to see what we got going on for the collective. So I'm going to start with some oracle first. Why not? Switch it up a bit, right? I usually like to do the oracle at the end because I'll be liking to see if I gave you the message I was supposed to give you. To me, when I see that oracle, it really just what's the word I want to use? It reiterates. When I see the oracle reiterate the reading, then I know that I told you what I was supposed to tell you. So that's why I usually do the oracle last. But we'll do it first this time. Alright, so what messages do we have for the collective? Ooh, okay, butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Listen, I like this energy. I am cheesing. I'm cheesing. This is what's up. All right. So a lot of you, you're in the transformative state. You're starting to feel lighter. You're starting to shed that energy, that was on you. Some of you, you're just starting to feel like, okay, I'm coming to my own. This is beautiful energy. I love that. Super dope. Number 11 too. To me, when I see the number 11 or the number 7, to me, that's like your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, helping you. Telling you, well done, I got your back, you going in the right direction. Things is going to be good. All right, well, let's see what else we got. Love that, love that. Glad to hear that. I hope people are in, much better spirits. Yeah, see, we got the seahorse spirit. It came out in reverse. It says, watch and wait. Some of you are just anxious. Like you can't wait. With number 5 and 3 is 8. Yeah, see, 8s are about manifestation. You can't wait for the manifestation to reveal itself. Like you're anxious. You're in the cocoon. Like, yeah, come on. I'm trying to come out and be this butterfly. I don't want to be up in here anymore. I don't like the way this feels. Some of you are just anxious. This is why this came out in reverse. Anxious to get that over with, to move on. Because you feel it. You feel it. Things are just like, I'm telling you, spring is going to be popping. You know what I'm saying? Especially for those who, out here in the struggle, out here, ascending, cutting off karmic connections that are no good to them, ready to start the whole vibe of Aquarius, the whole cycle of Aquarius out. Well, to start it up, doing your own thing, marching to the beat of your own drum, but moving forward, okay? Yet we have Treasure Island in reverse. Now, when I look at this in reverse here, it's like you just can't wait to get to this treasure island. It's like, I feel like I'm never going to get there. You see how the turtle's in the water? He doesn't have a look like, oh, okay, could you imagine if you had to do that long journey with all that on your back? You would get tired and want to give up, right? Well, this is what this is in reverse. Some of you are like, come on already. I've been through enough. Like, I just want to get through this. This feels so weird. And that's what I'm feeling here. So we got dolphin spirit. It says this and that are true. For some of you, you're antsy because you need to sit down and accept some hardcore realities of what went down. You have to accept some hardcore facts about your behavior. And you have to take full responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you are realizing that these people were put in their life in your life to do their job. They did their job. Now, it's time for you to say, I don't like the job that they're doing in my life. I don't like the responsibility they hold in my life. So I'm going to scratch all of that out, and I'm going to start someplace else. I don't want them here. So scratch them, and scratch them. Now I'm going to start off anew. Some of you may have moved away. Okay, but if you didn't move away physically, you definitely moved away mentally. Some of you both, from that energy. And then we have frog spirit. It says clear out the clutter. So now, this is why you're in that metamorphic state. Okay, it's because it's time for you to clear out the clutter. It's time for you to go back in there and go get all that. All of that pain, all that frustration, go back to the time where you felt it. You know what I'm saying? Because once you actually deal with it and accept it, then, you're not never going to have to deal with it again. It's not going to hold you back anymore. But some people have been dealing with that pain so long, they're scared of what's to come. They don't know how to feel without it. It's like walking around with that backpack on your back for so damn long that when you finally take it off, it just feels weird. Well, that's where you're feeling right now. It's just feeling weird. Okay? So go ahead, clear out that clutter. Do what you need to do. Do the healing. Do the praying. This is where you talk to your ancestors. Call on help. It's not easy, but call for help. You got help. All right? And until you do that, sweet results await came out in reverse underneath the deck. So until you do that, that's when you're really going to be able to get to that butterfly energy where you'll truly be free. You'll be able to fly away from all of that. But you have to face it first and accept it. But I feel like that's what you know, some of you just need to know the steps that you have to go through. Why am I feeling this way? What's next? You know, how long is this going to last? That type of thing. You know, we all are feeling that. But, you know, Aries season is going to be super dope is what I'm feeling. So I think we should just, you know, be cool and chill out. Find something fun to do to help you take your mind off of it. I think that would be a great thing to do if you can go out, depending on what's going on in your area. You know, go for a walk in nature. Get dressed up really comfortably and go out for maybe, you know, 20 minutes, depending on how cold it is. You know, go out in the air. Get you some air. If it's no more than for 10 minutes, you know, or however long you could tolerate. If it's only 3 minutes you could tolerate because you're somewhere where it's 6 below, just open a window or something. You know what I mean? Open a window for a half hour. Let some fresh air come through. Liven up the energy. You know, the only way for you to, you know, get through this the best way you can is to just, you know, when you had enough of the moping and the being frustrated and sad that it all happened and feeling sorry for yourself and being pissed at them and all of that you go through when you go through that metamorphic state. You know, once you get all that done, then you got to balance that out by doing something that you enjoy. Do something that's fun for you. If it's nothing more than meditating, just something that's going to help relax you, right? So with the Emperor in reverse, because if you don't, then you're going to be out of control. You got to have balance. You can't be too much of the other. You can't be too much into your depression and going deep. And then, you know, not doing anything to counteract that by trying to have some fun and lift your spirits. Because it's going to be a process. You're not going to be able to get it all done right away. So you don't want to rush it. You want to be able to balance out the energies you're in until they change. And if they don't change, then balance them out. That's life. All of us are going through that right now. We got to balance out our emotions. We can't be out here too frustrated or too angry or too, you know, sad and too miserable or too happy, or you know what I mean? It's all about balance. And so I feel like with that devil energy in reverse, whatever's taking you off balance is what you need to get rid of. And for a lot of you, it was the people you cut off. All right, let's see what else we got. We have the Page of Swords reverse. All right, so some of you was like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? This was my fault. That's what I was just saying. It's like, that's what you have to get to the point where and if it wasn't your fault, then it wasn't. Like, if you were a kid and you had no say in the fucked up things that happened to you, then, of course, that's not your fault. So then you should look at it as such. It wasn't my fault. I was around people who didn't make wise decisions, and I was too young to be able to. You know what I'm saying? So these were people who were irresponsible. You got to look at it, you know, look at it like that. But other than that, that's what I feel like you're starting to do now. Because that is what's going to help you get past this. Because other than that, you're still going to be mad about it. It's like, why be mad about it? There's nothing you can do about it now. And it wasn't your fault. And even if it was, it's like, okay, I know what I could have done different. I know better. And now I do better. Let's move on. We don't need to sulk in this. So that's all you need to do. I know it's easier said than done, but that's the process. So don't look at it like I'm saying it like that. I'm just explaining the process. So then we have the Lovers in reverse here. Making choices. Okay, if this was a connection with this was definitely karmic for sure. Okay, this was definitely a test. Yep, it was a test. And so, you know, there was a decision that had to be made. And for some of you, you made the wrong decision. And we didn't know it was a test at that time. That's why. With the Page of Swords in reverse, you didn't know you were being tested. You had no clue. Now you know. So now you understand the nature of the relationship of these people in your life. They were there as to do their job. Their job was to stress you out. So that you would, you know, get a backbone and move away from them. Or you would get to the point where you're like, okay, I understand that's you. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't like it and I don't have to deal with it. So I'm going to separate from it. I don't care who you are. Father, uncle, sister, boyfriend, husband, child. It doesn't matter. When someone is, you know, that to the point where it's that toxic in your life, you got to let go of that. Some of you couldn't understand that. Or you were afraid to with the Sun in reverse. You were afraid. Because this is something that, For a lot of you, you know, there were other underlying factors that played into how long it took you to get away from this situation or to get out of it. And for some of you, you just could not see what was going on with the Page of Swords reverse and the Sun reverse. You just couldn't see it. And now you know. Now you know. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, like I said, now you know. I love when that happens. All right, so now you know what time it is. That's beautiful. You realize that the toxicity, you didn't know what the toxicity was. You didn't know that you had control over it. You had no idea. So now you know this. You're taking control over the situation. You're cutting these people out. You can't change them. They were wired to do what they do. So you have to understand that. Yeah, 4 of Cups reverse. Exactly. You're understanding that. You're no longer going to be depressed about being around these people who don't treat you right and who don't understand and respect common courtesy and do decent, you know, do decent acts or conduct decent acts with people. These are people who got issues that have not been resolved. And now that you know that, now you know, okay, this is what this person was teaching me. So that issue in me is resolved now. So now it's time for me to move on because I'm not feeling this anymore. Right? Beautiful. Beautiful. This is the therapy right here. This is exactly what it is. Right? You sit down and think about that. All these things coming up, the King of Wands in reverse here. All right, this is Leo energy. Some of you were afraid too. You were afraid to step away because you were afraid you didn't know what was coming. For some of you who've been in this situation so long, it's like, it will be like literally it's like a whole new world. And that could be pretty intimidating because you don't have control. And some of you, you know, that's how you operate. You need to have control over certain things. Others of you, Others of you, I just feel like, yeah, you know, you were blinded by sex. Or this person, for some of you, you know, yeah, it was the sex. The Lovers in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the Devil in reverse. There was a very strong sexual tie between you two. And you couldn't see past that. Yeah, we have Strength in reverse. It made you weak. This person made you weak. You had to fight to get control of your emotions. You had to fight to get control over your desires. Your temptations, for a lot of you, came from these people. And it didn't have to be anything sexual for all of you. It could just be standing up for yourself, not letting people bully you around, not letting people talk to you any type of way or treat you any type of way. And you just, you know, you're a people pleaser. People don't like you, they don't like you. Some of you, oh no, I must have did something wrong. Let me try to switch things up. No, some people just assholes. And you need to understand that and walk away from them. That's what I feel. Yeah, see these people, you know, they would come back and forth in your life when they wanted to. Is what I'm feeling here. No respect, no regard. So I feel like for some of you, this person could be coming back. If you haven't already heard from somebody, you might have heard from somebody already. Some of y'all did. Because this is past, present, future energies. Some of you already heard from somebody. I wonder how you're doing, though. We got Temperance in reverse. Some of you are like, oh no, what am I going to do? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But this is where you got to think about how, you know, what this person put you through and how long it took you to get out of where you were at. Look at all the energy, time, and effort you spent in this situation, right? Then look at how hard it was for you to get out of it. Now that you realize what it was and what was going on, and you realize that this person, that's their job. This is what they were sent to do. And they're going to always do what they were sent to do because they always have done what they've always done. So now you understand the game. Page of Swords in reverse. Now you understand the game. You understand what this all is. Whether people call it the matrix or whatever, you understand a part of what this is in reference to you and your position and why you have these people in your life. Now you get it. Yeah, see with the World card in reverse, now you can go ahead and close out these connections. You can go ahead and close out these karmic partnerships. Okay, this is about Saturn. Saturn in retrograde. Because this is a card that represents Saturn. It's the World in reverse. So when Saturn is in retrograde, Well, let's talk about Saturn. Saturn is the planet that tells you, okay, this is time's up for this. It's no longer doing this. This is outdated. So it's like, okay, well, you know, when you were 12 years old, you wore a size whatever. Now you're 24 and you wear a size blah, blah, blah. So, you know, that's Saturn, Father Time, telling you as time goes on, things change. And you can't, you know, do that anymore. So this is what this is. When Saturn's in retrograde, he makes you think about, okay, what areas of my life do I need to change? What's no longer working for me? You know what's not working for you if you're constantly stressed out, in pain, arguing, fighting, something. You know what I mean? There's always some problem. So this is what it is. Saturn is wanting you to look at, okay, what went on in this situation when this person comes back? What happened? Are you still going to be going through this same shit over and over again? Because that's what's going to happen. How many times you already been through it, right? So that's what this world represents in reverse. I don't know what else to pull, child. But yeah, some of you this is just what you need to understand, the process of healing. It's like, okay, I get to that point where I start getting antsy, then what? What should I be considering? What should I be doing? What should I be thinking? How should I be, you know, trying to direct my thoughts? You know, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you just need to focus on, okay, where did I come from? How long did it take me to get out of that shit? That's the key right there. Like some of you, it took you years to get out of this situation. You've been unhappy. Some of you, this has been going on since childhood, because for some of you, it's your parents. And you're at a point now because you've never treaded this water before where you've stood your ground like this. And you're looking back like, is this normal? Is it okay? The universe is telling you, yes, it's okay. A lot of you, if you look at what's going on in your life now that you cut out all these people, your life is starting to change. And it's starting to change for the better. And some of you have been so frustrated for so long, it's like being happy is something new. It's like, wait a minute, I could smile today? Okay, I could smile all day today? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what some of you are really starting to feel, and you're questioning it. Like, no, you know, with the devil in reverse, like, no, you know, and the Page of Swords. And you're questioning it, and your intuition with the Page of Wands is telling you, yeah, you're good. You're good, you know? But like I said, I feel like this person is coming back with the 5 of Coin in reverse. And you got to be strong with the Strength in reverse here. And I feel like some of you, because you're going through that metamorphic state with the Temperance in reverse, you're just going to be a little off. And this person's going to expect that from you because they're a little off. It's the same thing for them on the flip side. You know, even though they were doing you dirty and that's what their purpose is, that's because that's what their purpose is. So, of course, they're going to be looking for you to complete their purpose. Just like you're on a mission to complete your mission, which is to keep these people away from you. Everybody got a mission. You got to understand that. It's that simple. Once you stop and really think about this behavior, what's been going on, understanding the planetary alignments as much as you can, you know, because that'll help you to understand behavior in people. We're in a Mercury retrograde night now. These people are coming back. They ain't changed. I'm telling you, they've not changed. This is a karmic situation. You already know that, especially if you watch my channel. But that's what I got for you guys. So, you know, keep the faith. Find something fun to do. Take a load off. You know, have a nice hot bath. You know, close everybody out. You know, if you need a glass of wine, or, you know, you want a nice smoothie, or you want, you know, what juice, a beet juice, whatever you do. Okay, just do you. And find some place where you can do it and not be disturbed, if only for, you know, at least 10 minutes, right? Oh, you can watch, funny videos, watch comedy shows on, you know, go on YouTube and find a comedy show. Don't watch a romantic comedy. Don't watch no romantic movies or anything like that. Don't do that. Watch stuff that's funny. You know, find some stupid stuff. You see your kids watching stupid stuff and you look at that stuff like, oh, it's so stupid, but then you might need to watch that so you can crack up. So they'll tell you something funny to watch. Ask them. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. You know, keep your head up. Aries season is right around the corner. We just got to make it through Pisces. Those of you who've been doing your thing, doing your work, you know, working on yourself, cutting these negative energies out, you're going to start seeing the rewards of, you know, your hard work. All right, if you're not already seeing it. Some of you are starting to see it. That's why you're getting a little nervous. Like, this can't be true. This is, you know, some of you haven't still seen it yet. Some of you, you're like, yeah, I already been through that. This is exactly what's going to happen. So let us know in the comments, you know, especially if you've already been through this, how you doing? You know, if you start looking around at people and what they're doing, you seeing people are doing well or they're not. So that's how you're going to know what their karma is, you know, or what they've been doing over the last decade. All right, so I'm going to head out now. Let me know if this resonated. I'll talk to you guys later.